everyone, this is Archive12, and today we have a new Daddyphatsnaps rap. This is his Conquest rap, The End. Now, Fable, or excuse me, not Fable, DPS. I was going to say DPS has had Fable on an Invincible track before, but I was thinking of Cam Steady's Omni-Man rap, which I just finished reacting to. DPS has gone kind of ham on these Invincible tracks. His first Omni-Man track did so well that it hit number 21 in trending on its third day on YouTube Music. That is insane for nerdcore artists. And I feel like almost every single one of his other songs for Invincible has done really well. I know that he, if I remember correctly, he had Fable on his track for Mark for Invincible, and he's done Omni-Man a second time, and both of those songs were very well received. Not quite as well received as the original Omni-Man song, but still very well received. So I'm curious to see what he's doing for Conquest. Now, I will be upfront. I know nothing about Invincible outside of like certain clips that I've seen. I know like the lore behind the Viltrumites and stuff like that, thanks to Death Battle. I know that Conquest is a pretty decent threat, and I know that Conquest is someone you don't want to mess with. I've seen what he did to Mark in season 3 of Invincible through various clips. So, considering that, and considering what I know about Viltrumites, I feel like he's a big enough threat for DPS to really go off. But I suppose we're going to have to find out. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing, we'll be talking about it. And also down below is a link to my Patreon, where you'll find longer form reaction videos to anime and various TV shows. Without further ado, let's get started.
Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted?
This is exactly what I wanted.
For my arrival, worm.
Ooh.
I have arrived. Orders descend from the shrine. I let you decide. You better have presence of mind in your body. Get sent with the tide. Battle beats, but a pussy get wet up. On that wrong bitch, you're welcome to try. Fitted suit, I wear this to your funeral. You can shoot, but I'm dressed to the nines. Instead of alive, your head on the spike. I promise. Attempted murder, no attempt. I'm flawless. You soft as shit, you paper towel, you brought it. I'll take the crowd and paint the town regardless. Strike your blood, I spray you down in orders. And I get to your head, I feel like Jarvis. You cap a mic, the captain broke the party. Get Omar on the beat and go Colossus.
I like how he hyped up Omar came up, who is doing the production on this. That was very clever in that bar. First off, the ominous, evil, overbearing power that we're hearing in the instrumental from DPS, or I guess from Omar on DPS's track, is absurd. The way that they're trying to do this feels very reminiscent of the original Omni-Man track, but with an updated, faster-paced beat. And I feel like it works, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I feel like there's a lot going on here, but every single piece is intentional and needed in order for it to feel as cataclysmic as it is, as cataclysmic as it should be. I think Conquest is a perfect character for this based on what I know about him, because he feels superb in being able to handle that level of aggression and intensity and bring it in such a way that DPS is able to capture it and turn it into this. That's what I'm feeling right now. I want to say that this is going to have some kind of ramp up. It's DPS could subvert my expectation, but I want to say that there is going to be a ramp up. I'm going to say that at some point, DPS is going to slow things down, get far more ominous, and then speed things back up with a much more intense section. And I'm hoping I'm right because that would be incredible.
1 second, I'm tired. Bitch, I lied. 20v1, it's a 1v20, and I gotta still tell you it's a bit lopsided. Allies telling you to hit back, and you live back like, bitch, I'm trying. Have them on the phone like, somebody call an ambulance, bitch, I'm dying. It's okay to cry. All that crossed my path were meant to die. You time till you die, but I'm happy that you get to try. Bitch, I put in work, so only virtual minds that get to thrive. To the end, the people wanna know the meaning of life, but think about it while I beat in your mind. It's our time.
The way that DPS did that actually kind of reminds me of one of his Bleach raps. I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's one of the older ones. Hold on. Good old YouTube search. If I can spell Daddyphatsnaps. The one I'm thinking of is his Kimpachi rap, Blew My Mind. Or excuse me, On My Mind. Just the way that he's covering this, the cadence of his rap at certain points reminds me of his Kimpachi rap, which is one of my favorite like villain raps that he's done. So I really am happy that that's the direction he's choosing to go. But like it's the Kenpachi rap like vibe from the lyrics with a far more dark and ominous soundtrack. And I think that just works really well.
Everywhere that we go, they will reap what we sow. Either bow or you fall. All have seen it before, crumbled every throne. It's the same old song again. We gon' fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Pour out a cup for the runner up. Thinking I'm done, I ain't done enough. We gon' run it up, run it up, run it up. Die on your feet, better knuckle up. This is how it ends. I'ma level with you, how
I knew he was going to slow it down and get more intense. I knew it. I think I told you guys that. I'm pretty sure I said that he was going to slow things down and start getting more intense, and he did. If that's the chorus, that was amazing. Like it didn't really do much in terms of complexity, but what it lacked in complexity, it more than made up for in like sheer villainous vibes. Everything about that just it struck me as someone you don't want to mess with. And I am so happy that he managed to capture that, because you can tell just from the few scenes that are going on in the background that Conquest is someone that like you don't want to mess with. He put Mark through a second train scene, except this time it was through an entire city. I saw that. I don't know, something about the way that DPS is deciding to cover Conquest just feels so right and natural to me.
feet better knuckle up. This is how it ends. I'ma level with you, how I see you living, boy, I'm jealous of you. All my life been living what they tell me to do. Travel terror, tell me torture, tear them in two. When they terrified, I do it terrible, do every barrier, bro, I grow scarier too. I'm so lonely, Brody, so I'm airing it to you. Take it to your grave. Boom, that's what I do to your shit. Boom, that's what I do to your bitch. Boom, that's what I do to that kid. That purpley bitch, you smack with the quickness. Boom, that's how I move with the blink. Ruthless, that's how I move on the click. I do this so that I don't move with a six. And your family trigger the sticks. Seeing y'all crying, I love it. Add another tear to the bucket. Calling me a pawn, I puppet, I pummel you pussies to nothing. I'm nasty with it, the flow pungent. Master killer with no compass. It's a hat that sent me, there's no others. Others that love it like this. Drink blood like wine. Motherfucker, I'm sick. Day night terror, name is spine chiller. Fuck the 9 pillars, death my time filler. My life a crime dealer. Y'all are insects, I'm quite the fly killer. And quite the fly killer. Kill you or your bitch is quite the dilemma. That bitch inside you, it might just die with her. You already know you fucked up when they come with the quest. You got the heart to put a hole in your chest, you're not like us.
Oh. And I did tell you too that he was going to get faster and ramp things up with intensity even more. And that's exactly what he did. I'm not saying that I was predicting it, but I was reminding myself of what he did with his first Omni-Man rap, which started off slow, and then like it started off slow and had a distinct message. It wasn't complex. It wasn't like flowery in its delivery. It or I don't think flowery was the right adjective to use, but like he wasn't trying to spruce it up. He was just telling facts. And then after a certain point, it was like a switch got flipped and he sped up and he tore the roof down with that Omni-Man rap. He did the exact same thing here. It was in a different order, it was a different style, but the overall progression was more or less the same to a certain extent. And in doing so, he has recaptured what made the first Omni-Man rap so freaking great with a brand new character. And I can't even begin to tell you like how great it sounds to hear something like that, because a lot of people would say that his first Omni-Man rap was one of his best. I am one of them, and I'm so happy that he captured that again with something new.
This is my lane. Everyone crying, everyone praying, everyone dead. Out on displays, why you don't pay with me? Fuck is you saying? You ain't a chance, now you gon' pay with me. You heard the name. Conquest, man, that shit ain't a game. Everywhere that we go, they will reap what we sow. Either buy where you fall. All I seen it before, crumble every throw. It's the same old song. We gon' fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Pour out a cup for the road. Pick it up, down, ain't done enough. We gon' run it up, run it up, run it up. Down your feet, better knuckle up. This is how it is.
Oh, that was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. I can't even begin to tell you like the chills that ran down my spine when he went back into the chorus the second time. Everything about that felt so just it just felt so amazing. And like I said, it recaptured what made the first Omni-Man rap so freaking good. And the only thing I can say is I really hope he comes out with another one. Because of the fact that not specifically Omni-Man, but like another Invincible rap. I don't know much about the Invincible universe, so I don't know what characters he could cover. Um, I know Cecil is a big part of it, and considering Cecil is kind of like, I guess the Miranda Waller meets Nick Fury of so do you feel like that's a fair comparison? Miranda Waller from DC meets Nick Fury from Marvel, combine them together, and you get someone like Cecil. Do you think that's a fair comparison? For those who know all three of these characters, because if so, I feel based on what I know about Cecil, I feel like it's a fair comparison. Um, I would like to see Cecil covered in a rap because he seems like a pretty decent master manipulator and someone who might actually be a fairly interesting person to cover. Someone who's like on the along the lines of like trying to cover um Victor from Arcane or Silco from Arcane. I still wish that we had gotten a Silco rap from DPS, honestly. But something along those lines. I feel like that we would um get something like that from a Cecil rap. And I would like to see how DPS tackles that and explores Cecil. Because he's one of the few characters from Invincible that I actually know about and know some of. So, but let me know in the comments below what you want to see from DPS. He said that if this does well, that he's going to do a poll. So I'm looking forward to voting on that. But that's going to be it for me. So thank you for joining me. I'm Mark Alpha 12, and I will see you in the next video.